So let's start with the watered down quinacridone lilac, and we'll just start with some splattering. I always think that kind of breaks the ice a little bit. If you're using a Cotman set, you could aim to mix alizarin crimson with a blue. I have this set which has 2 blues, and that will give you a little variety. If not, just go between the 2 colours, mixing mostly alizarin crimson with a little bit of blue, or mostly blue with a little bit of crimson. So you can see it's very, very pale, so don't be afraid to go quite pale with your first layer of shapes. And then we're just going to create these shapes by pressing the brush down on the page as we practiced, dropping water in as we go along. More water. Don't be afraid of just splashing loads of water on the page, because that's a really good kind of process towards forming transparent petals. And you can see I'm also just adding pure water next to these shapes just to pull them out a little bit. Dropping in little bits of paint, and that's enough of the lilac because we want to introduce lots of colours. So now we're going in with the quinacridone purple, pressing the brush down on the page, just moving it around a little, splattering a little bit of that in. All I'm doing is making sure that the shapes are all pointing in different directions. I don't want them all facing one way. And now for our third colour, which is Quin Magenta. And I'm placing the magenta near the other colours so they can all have a little swim around together. Keeping it extremely loose, not thinking of them as flowers, just shapes. Working quickly means that you don't have much time to think, which I think is a good idea for very loose watercolours like this. We're getting our pencil out and doing what we practiced, which is holding the pencil towards the top and pressing very lightly. If you're not using a mechanical pencil, just ensure that you have a really sharp tip to your pencil and use a very light pressure. It's more the texture of the pencil that I love in watercolour. And where we have pools of paint, we can draw those out as we did in the practice run. Just going to do a wee bit of scrunching. This is just kitchen roll. This adds a bit of texture to the transparent look that we're trying to get. So it's lifting the paint but in a different way. And I'm going to create another colour over here with the Indanthrone blue and magenta. I just felt like bringing in a fourth colour. So we've got various hues there. We've got the all blue, we've got the blue with the magenta, and then a very watered down version of the Quin Lilac on the left. I do love Indanthrone Blue, it's such a rich colour. And we can start to see how this is flowing into the pinks and lilacs. Just the printing movement again, very simple. And I'm choosing areas that are slightly wet, so I know that there'll be some lovely blooms. So this is very much about shapes, not creating flowers. And let's move on to our second layer.